There's been pushes recently for stunt coordinators or stunt men and women to get awards, and I think that makes a lot of sense to me. There's an art inside action films that make them successful. There's a reason why so many people want to watch them. But really, when I think about it, what makes action so different from dance? It's just a more violent form of visual choreography in which people are transfixed by others moving on the screen. Action is seen as quite a lowbrow kind of art form, which it is. I mean, that's not a good or a bad thing. But when you consider action sequences as dance, it can open your mind to how it's perceived and what value it has as an art form. So when I made this category, I expected it to be all choreography, all encompassing, specifically how these people move on screen. With that being said, here are the nominees. Devara, Part 1. There's been quite a few criticisms hurled at Devara like it's a rehash of Bahubali, and those criticisms are valid. I think what makes this piece of media stand out though is its commitment to its action sequences. They were bombastic, fun, incredibly high octane, and as with many movies in Tollywood, they were immensely creative. One thing I love about Tollywood movies is that they have no interest in reality. They want to create larger than life stories or battles with gods. They can use this bombasticity to get away with anything as long as it looks cool, and they certainly do that. Furiosa. Furiosa to many is a criminally underrated film. It's not to me. I appreciated what they were trying to do, but I don't think they were quite able to execute it. I wish they went further away from action and tried to make a serious character drama within this world. Whenever longer action sequences would show up, it felt like something they put in there because it's a Mad Max movie and they had to do something. That being said, the action itself was ridiculously well done. One scene in particular is the reason this film was nominated. It was unrelenting and it doesn't allow you to sit down for a second. Hundreds of Beavers. This isn't a crazy action film, or a dance film even, really. But what it is a tremendous ode to the silent film of the 1920s and 30s, with incredible visual sequences produced on a budget that you wouldn't think would even be possible. The amount they're able to accomplish visually on screen is breathtaking, and each sequence becomes more complicated and exciting than the last. It's not just a gimmick, either. Every area has a different approach to the choreography, and you're not stuck with the same shtick over and over again. It's both a reference to the past and a refreshing modern take. A lovely paradox. Monkey Man. I love Dev Patel. Let's just get that out of the way right now. When he makes something, I'm in. No questions asked. But there's a reason for it. He's highly committed to his art. This film reflects that. It's highly intense, at times brutal, creative, and exciting. It's a film built for choreography that happens to have a story. A good story considering how simple it is, but a choreography film nonetheless. That works to its advantage though, just by the sheer length of sequences it has. Dev Patel understands the mission, and he completed it wholeheartedly. Wicked. I have some issues with Wicked, there's no denying that, especially the direction. I think it's really, truly bad direction. The best part of it had to be the dance choreography. It was reminiscent of the original in the sense of its grandiose scale, but it also brought a distinct style that everyone was on board with. It played between boxy and smooth in a way that was visually appealing, allowing personalities like Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo to shine through. It took advantage of the gorgeous set design, with everybody interacting with the world they created. There's a lot of reasons this film was successful, and it starts with their commitment to dance justice. I've been really excited about this category because I think it's something that it deserves to be highlighted in modern cinema. It's one of those things that by highlighting it, by nominating it, it starts a conversation where studios recognize that and they start to put more effort and more quality into these sequences. Because it's impossible to talk about modern cinema without these kind of visual dances that most people are there to see. It's something that everyone thinks about but nobody really categorizes. These are all films that deserve to be rewarded for the stuff they've done, but at the same time, most of them will go away empty-handed. It's pretty hard getting a golden turtle. It's a pretty serious distinction. Who gets that distinction? Well, I guess it would have to be... Hundreds of Beavers. The movie's a creative juggernaut. It has no dialogue, so it just pounds you with excellent visuals constantly. It was exciting, hilarious, and it deserves a little more love. If you haven't heard of it, you can find the movie on Amazon Prime. At least in the US you can. Monkey Man also deserves some love. It's a passion project where you can tell it's a passion project by what you can see on screen. I'll hand it a silver turtle like I would a firm handshake. But that's going to do it for me. Let me know if you've ever fought any people in real life. I've actually never been in a fight before, as you can probably tell by the way that I talk and interact with the world. But, sometimes I dream about it when I'm like getting really angry. I dream about like getting into fights, pow, stuff like that. And then I always win in my dreams, so I'm like undefeated in my dreams. I don't think I've ever lost in my dreams, really. I tend to win a lot. So if you ever want to see these hands, I'll let you know. I'm undefeated. So you'll do it that way you will with that information. But if anyone wants to fight me in real life, let me know in the comments, and I'll fight you in real life. Let's just get a time and place, and let me bring a gun, but secretly. You won't know there's a gun there. This is America, You got to bring a gun because it's a duel. And I'm gonna leave now. I'm gonna see you later.